team could join us in sorting out this mess. The CEO is expecting fast answers to the customer complaints. How on earth has it gone this far? Anyway, Anna, what have you found out about who's behind this? And what do you propose we do about it? It's a marketing issue. Your guys wrote the ad with empty promises. Incidentally, I wish you hadn't told the CEO that we can get something done by next week, because we can't.
Actually, the CEO said it's an issue that we all need to work on. I think we need to talk about a strategy, and I would welcome your team's thoughts on that.
Well, I disagree. I know the CEO listens to you, but we need to understand where this mess started and who's going to fix it. My product team can't help it if marketing and sales don't know how to coordinate with the folks in retail. That's the real problem. Speaking of which, why isn't sales at this meeting? Just a minute, I'll call them and see where they are.
Sorry, Mary, but sales said they're too busy and want us to send them a report instead. By the way, I've heard the retail team is also investigating. They're going to the CEO next week. If they get upstairs with their solution, we'll have no control.
Hold on. Before we get too far into this, I strongly suggest we decide on some goals for the next...
Sorry, Anna, it sounds a bit early for that.
Yes, we need to understand where the problem is coming from and figure out what to do about retail going behind our backs.
Yes, they're after our blood anyway.
Anna, you and I have to go to retail separately. Ask them what they're doing.
Well, I'm not sure if they're doing anything, from what I heard. In fact, the CEO told us to form a cross-functional team with them at the table.
Yes, but not yet. The head of retail doesn't like us. They won't be dropping everything to help us.
May I remind us that this has been made a top priority by the CEO?
Because he's presenting to the board in 2 weeks and he doesn't want this problem on the agenda.
Yeah, I'll bet he's annoyed at retail for letting this get out of hand. Wait a minute, I saw him talking to that executive, Joanne what's-her-name, who retired last month. I'll bet he's asked her to come up with some answers.
What are we going to do? Listen, Anna, here's what I think your team needs to fix over the next few days.
Very well, but before you go any further, I'd like to tell you that I can't promise anything. We're overwhelmed with other stuff.
Sorry, Anna, we need to get to another meeting. Mary, why don't you just email your thoughts to Anna? Call us when you've got some results.